In this first section, I'm going to set up the EPA net model and set the defaults and the project name. First of all, I'm going to do the dimensions. This is one that can easily be forgotten. I'm going to set the map units to feet. And then under project, I'm going to give the project a title, Santa Isabel Water Mains Extension. And this will show up, as you see here, with this checkbox. On any reports we print, it'll show up automatically as the header on the printed report. I'm also going to go ahead and set some of the project defaults here. ID labels, you can choose to put prefixes in front of certain objects. So you may want to put T in front of all tanks or P in front of every pipe. That's your decision. I don't tend to do that. This set of properties is for default values for certain system components. We have node elevation, tank diameter, tank height, pipe length, auto length, pipe diameter, and pipe roughness. I'm just going to change the pipe diameter from 12 to 6 inches, and I'm going to change the pipe roughness, which is the Hayes-Williams roughness coefficient, to 130, which is a typical design number. These can all be changed. These are just the default values. So for example, if I put in a pipe with the auto length option off, it will assign that pipe a length of 1,000 feet. I can go in there later manually and change the length of that pipe to whatever I'd like, but the default will be 1,000. If you have auto length on, again I keep moving my cursor down here because the option is down here in the lower left of the screen, your pipe will be actually the length that you set it to the map units, and we'll get into that in a little bit, putting in a background map. The hydraulics I'm going to use for my flow units determine just about all the rest of my dimensions and units in the program. I usually use gallons per minute. I think most of us are most familiar with gallons per minute. You do have cubic feet per second, million gallons per day, and others along here, but gallons per minute seems to be a good choice there. Head loss formula, you have a choice of 3, HW for Hayes-Williams, and that's the one I'm using for this model. Darcy-Weisbach and Chasey-Manning are the other 2. If you do change to either the Darcy-Weisbach or the Chasey-Manning, or changing between any of these, do go back and check in your properties that your pipe roughness value is a suitable value, because they do change, and it can be quite a significant change between those 3 formulas, and you should look that up in the literature. There may be also some references in the user's manual for EPA net. The rest of these values I'm going to leave as they are. You can read about them in the user manual. This is just a pretty typical setup that I use here. And that completes, well, actually I need to save the file as well. That's one last step to do there, don't forget to save. I'm just going to make sure I'm in the correct folder here, which I am, and I'm going to save it as Santa Isabel Water Main Extension 1. And now I'm ready to start bringing in my background map and making the model.